We're still live, you idiot! Oh my god, I am becoming young. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're on the world. Today I'm coming to you live from Eden. I got Hagurumon, Terriermon, and don't worry, we got Palmon too. What's up, Pixelate? What's up, Fiery One? What's up, Wolf Knight, Selenial, Raiden, Zachary, Guten Tag from Germany. Feel so seen with all the daytimes mentioned. I'm trying to, get to all of you. So thankfully, the time zone is consistent. We do, in fact, have Chapter 2 today. So just again, a quick breakdown. I'm going to do this at the start of each stream. We're going to read through, largely uninterrupted. Then we're going to kind of like go back through it, pass what happened with the machine translation. If there's any trailers and stuff, we'll react to those first. In regards to the VODs, the episode 1 VOD is currently scheduled, which is why it's going to look private. And that's going to be going out in about 2 hours. And then this, you can watch it right now. You can watch it unlisted. And then the day it's going to go out, it will go private again as it gets scheduled. And it will publish. So this will be live again or published as a video on Wednesday. Machine Translate. What's up from Jamaica? How's it going? What's up, Trigon Fire One? Lovely to see some members in the chat. If anyone doesn't want to become a member today, it supports the channel directly, obviously. Pays for artists like Soru. Okay, let's get into it. So we're back on Digimon Web, and let's see if we've got anything updated in the trailer department first. Membership is cool, so true. As I suspected. So I thought this was the case, because this is an overall Chapter 1 trailer, which makes sense to me. And if we go, so there's no trailer to react to today. If we go to Chapter 1, see, it's Chapter 1-2, which to me, I think this month of Digimon Seekers is likely to just be Chapter 1 of the full book. If that makes sense. There was a new trailer and read through of Chapter 1. Yeah, we did that already. We looked at that already, but there's nothing new here today. So I guess, without further ado, let's begin. Chapter 1-2, there's the Japanese only. Okay. Tokyo University of Electrical and Computer Engineering was established as a major government program to favor and support science students who will be responsible for the future of science, technology, and the nation itself. Although relatively new, it boasts top-class research and is responsible for great strides in the field of information engineering. It's located in the Denrin district, which has become the new center of the multinational city of Tokyo. The university's reputation as a good starting point for work with global companies and so-called big tech companies has made it increasingly popular with prospective students. Adjacent to the Denrin campus, there is another facility, Abergele Electronics Core. AE is a company involved in electronic terminals, network equipment, and fabless semiconductors. The Abergele Electronics Digital Lab, DDL, was AE's Research and Development Center. So here we go, we've got an art version of the breakdown of the data, vaccine, and virus that we saw in the first trailer. Hey Ray, how's it going? We saw this directly in the first trailer, actually, or indeed in all the trailers. We have
the core research that will determine the future of our.
So this is what we saw here. Exact same thing. Go away, Jamiroquai. Exact same thing, just drawn rather than. Did I say animated before? I guess I meant like CGI, which is technically animation. The first floor lobby of DDL is simpler than AG ever imagined. It is nothing but a reception desk and a run-of-the-mill waiting bench. The large display on the wall is not only advertising AE, it's also showing prairies, dense forests, polar seas, mountain ranges, rapids with autumn leaves, underground, and caves. Environmental images of nature from each of the 4 seasons. The Digital Lab is a research facility. AE's headquarters is elsewhere. The exterior walls of the gently curved lab are greened, and there is no company logo or recognizable signage. Anyone passing by might think it might think it to be the building of the University of Electrocommunications next door. AG looks at his reflection in the glass. He is dressed in his usual casual attire. Casual attire is apparently allowed at DDL. The people who work here are supposed to be the elites with the very best minds in the field. A freelancer with a high school diploma would be out of place. But AG walked to the reception desk without any hesitation, because he's here to work. Quick interjection, this feels a little bit less, there's been people on either side saying yesterday felt scripty, some people saying, no, that's just how it is. Opinion is subjective. This feels a little bit more prosy, which I like, which works, so hopefully that's a good sign of things to come. Because he's here to work. Hello there, AG starts with a greeting. It's directed at the receptionist. Huh? I'm assuming that's the receptionist. What's with this suspicious-looking kid? She looks at AG as if she's not sure what to make of him. He's not wearing a square backpack, so it should be obvious this isn't a food delivery. Ah, well, perhaps there are occasional college students or passers-by who mistakenly enter the lab. Maybe he's being mistaken for one of them. I have an appointment. Do you mind if I type it into this tablet? A research facility is bound to have trade secrets. There are several strong guards at the gate on the other side. If this were the United States, they would be carrying handguns. Yes, okay then. Her voice is cute too. She has short, voluminous hair that is tucked in at the collar. While her style is plain like you'd expect of someone who works at a lab, she has a small face and a slender neck and shoulders. Is that your real name? I tend to use an alias when at work. Neither. It's not a stage name or a pen name, AG. AG, like most code crackers, uses his street name when at work. Please use your real name if you don't mind. AG Nagasumi. Is phone number, appointment time, and reason for the meeting enough? Hatsune. Machine translation sure is going places. Thank God people are working on these translations. Hatsune. AG takes a look at her nameplate. Please don't get all casual on me. Okay, Hatsune. Sorry, I need a sec. Hatsune, the receptionist, twitched her temples. If you're here on business, put your company's name here. I don't have a company yet. Ugh. Well, my occupation is... What was that guy's department again? Oh, this is such a pain in the neck. AG takes out his smartphone. Tomonori Ryusenji, professor. Tapping the address, he sends an I'm here message and decides to wait in the lobby. There are several other guests waiting. They all received guest passes from reception. They all look more like academics than businessmen, as if they were attending a university of computer science. Ellipses. AG looks at the object in the center of the lobby. Three spheres floating in the air. Each sphere has a distinctive mark engraved on it. Data vaccine virus. They are in a circle, more or less. They are rotating, overlapping each other. They were like three globular clusters gravitationally pulling each other in space. Were these here before? A closer look leaves AG astonished. This three-dimensional image is a HoloLies! Hey Fang! A voice calls out his codecracker name from the other side of the game. At the same time, the three objects collapse and disappear without a trace. AG turns around. His height is about 170 centimeters. He's a chiseled man with a bit of grey and a slight Caucasian look to him. He must be in his 60s, but his gait and posture are good, making him appear much younger. His presence is more apparent in the reactions of those around him than in the man himself. Everyone in the lobby takes notice of his unexpected appearance. Hello, Professor Ryusenji. He is one of the co-founders of Abergele Electronics. He is extremely wealthy. He still owns more than 20% of the shares of AE, which has a market capitalization of more than $100 billion. He also happens to be a university professor. He is the boss of Ryusenji Laboratory, which is well known in the industry and is currently a professor emeritus at the Tokyo University of Electrical and Computer Engineering. As one of the top executives of his company, he has built it into a world-class company in the past 10 to 20 years. This is my first time meeting Cracker Fang, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. Suppose you could call him a man from above the clouds. In normal circumstances, Ryusenji is not a person with whom AG would feel at ease. Because we're always talking over voicemail, yes, it's me, AG Nagasumi. AG introduces himself again. Well, Fang, or AG, let's get going. Sorry for all the trouble we put you through. Which reminds me, I'll get you a guest pass. Ryusenji goes to the reception. The suspicious kid has so casually invited the de facto boss of Japan, AE, that the receptionist Hatsune has become a little nervous and increasingly suspicious. Yes, sir, right away. I'm going to D4 and need a co-researcher. Huh. The board has given its approval just this morning. Oh, okay. Understood. Hatsune is surprised twice as she taps the terminal to confirm and issue the pass. Damn, AG's got the pass? That's crazy. Cracker Fang is not going to get less funny to me. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's carry on. For the first time, he holds up the special pass he has been issued and walks through the detection gate with the guard standing by, saluting him. Just by doing so, AG feels a little more mature. As they walk down the corridor, employees and researchers passing by greet Ryusenji. AG stands behind him, scurrying around and returning their smiles. For whatever reason, it's a great feeling. Professor Ryusenji, why are you called Professor? Why not the President, Vice President, or Chairman of the Board? Probably because Professor is what describes me best. Being a researcher apparently suits him. He's already left the management of AE to his former subordinates. AG is not sure how to deal with the management of a large company, but he is somewhat more comfortable talking to a university professor. Before we go to the office, there is something I would like to see. I'd like you to take a look at it too. I wonder what it could be. I can hardly wait. This way. They take the elevator to the next floor, where they are met by another guarded gate. It's not the airport-style detection gate in the lobby, it's a bulkhead. The area ahead seems to be completely isolated from the rest of the DDL building. The D4 compartment. This is Abergele Electronics' top secret. The core research that will determine the future of our company is being conducted here. Ryusenji explains its importance. The core of DDL, AE's state-of-the-art research facility, is in D4. AG is forced to leave his phone and personal belongings in the hands of a security guard. He is also subjected to a rigorous body check. What is it? Ryusenji, who passed through the bulkhead gate earlier, looks back at AG. I'm not sure I'm ready. What? It's just an experience is all. Are you not into attractions? Huh? You mean the fun kind? Well, it's not like we're genetically engineering dinosaurs or researching the zombie virus. Though that would be pretty interesting. Relaxed by Ryusenji's joke, AG passes to the D4 gate. And inside is a cliffhanger. Yes, Ray, we all love being surprised twice. Well, I don't even know if the surprise inside... I guess it's loogamon? So this is a very uninformative chapter, part of a chapter. This could easily have been like half as long. It was a more, what the dog doing? It was a more flowery prose. I guess my ultimate takeaway from this is just like,
all right,
like it's fine, like it was good. They definitely could have maybe done like the cliffhanger is like loogamon, right? Which makes sense. In this chapter, AG walked into a building and listen, it's a book. Rodimus Prime, you missed the whole chapter. Welcome to Digimon Seekers. But don't worry, this will be unlisted for you to watch back later. So, interesting that Abergele Electronics is very focused on the data vaccine virus thing. And again, it's not really filler, right? It's not filler. This is like, for those who don't read, books take their time. I'm gonna guess this is why this is being released daily, because that would have been like, oh fuck, I gotta wait a week for the next bit. I gotta wait till tomorrow. It's fine. This is definitely pacing interestingly. So what's kind of... okay. I now do not like this trailer. The trailer itself is great, amazingly put together. I know what's happening in the story. That's... Okay, so we got AG coming to Abergele. They didn't have the doc thing. I'm assuming this is going to happen next chapter. So maybe, in fact, it's Betamon that he's going to show him. Possibly. Maybe it's not Loogamon that he shows him next. Maybe it's Betamon and the HoloLive. got the data thing, and then he's going to give him the Digimon linker, so that might then be Loogamon. Oh, sorry, is that Madoki? I can never... Is it Madoki? Oh, so it is. Weird, on the original VPAT, that's odd. I think the story's okay, Ghost Clyde. Then he goes into the digital world. But then, the inferral, yeah, is that Loogamon's already kind of running wild by himself. Interesting. But that does mean that we kind of know the order of events coming up. But obviously they're going to fill in some gaps. I think the story so far is fine, but it's very hard to, like, get, like, a whoa, like, things are really kicking off, because it's very early days. They haven't added anything new to the reference book today, which makes sense. We did go over Loogamon yesterday. So, if we go back to, chapter 1 of Digimon Seekers. This is slightly better in terms of, like, prose. I wish they'd get someone to manually do this. Now, I did see earlier today, I don't know what their name is, I haven't read it, but someone is doing a more correct, slightly, like, not as machine translated version. So that might, if you're down to read, you don't want to be read to, you want someone's transliteration, someone's localization, I guess. Read that. I'm very disappointed. This is a continued problem with Bandai. The Bandai Namco Japanese output. Yeah, we already talked about that yesterday, Enigma. That got added yesterday. Talking about it today. The thing that disappoints me about it is that, like, a really great example, right, is if we head on over to Digimon Seekers and we go to the character section. Maybe they've updated it today. See, these guys' names are still in Japanese. Leon Alexander's name is in Japanese. Eiji's name, when you're in the English section, they remember to change over. I'm thinking this might be because that's actually a text and not a PNG, but oh no, actually we can find out. No, it's a PNG. So why are these not translated? Like just a little bit of effort, you know what I mean? I actually disagree. I would have liked a proper live action mini series rather than with the book. The trailers instead, I would have liked maybe one per chapter or chapter part or whatever. No, they don't, Ollie. It's not a secret. These are, like, if you speak Japanese, those are the names. Like, we already know the names. It's a quality issue. The names, these are the names. Like, you know, this is Leon Alexander. We know that's his name. I'm going to butcher the Chinese, but Xu Yulin. Tamihime Satsuki, like, we know their names, but they just haven't gone to the effort of translating these PNGs. Frustrating, you know, like, and then the fact that the novel itself is like Hatsune Miku, yeah, is like pretty. I don't know, like maybe a human intervened, but it feels mostly machine translated. A little bit of a shame. Physical book would be fantastic. Physical media in general, I think, would be a big boon, because this could just get pulled from Digimon Web at any point. But I think actually it's going to be a pretty short stream today. There's not much in detail to talk about. So we're getting thrown a lot of terminology. We got the Dazillion dot lift. I am curious. So again, this whole, how many parts of chapter 1 going to have? Well, we know that we've got all week of, so tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 6 more things to read this week. What we don't know for certain is if the end of this week is the end of chapter 1, but I don't think that's the case. I think they've named it weird, and I think chapter 1 is more like part 1, like episode 1 of the Phantom Menace, rather than chapter 1 of a big book. I think this is part 1 of Digimon Seekers, and then maybe later in the year they'll release chapter 2, but really it's more like part 2. So basically this entire month will be the like this bit of the story. But again, Bandai has not been fully clear on that. Yeah, that's exactly the thing I'm getting with it, Justic. Like, it's fine. Like, someone's very clearly, I can't remember where it was now. But there was a bit where it said, must say 2, and it just said T. That's not a machine thing. That's someone's physical hand. But yeah. You're not that late, David. There just wasn't a lot in this chapter. As far as anything else goes, I don't believe the rest of the website has had any... We'll just jump into each thing. Again, there's this fan art segment, which they're updating soon. It wouldn't be surprised if that's like Japan only, but who knows. Royal Knight's background theme? It's not Royal Knights. It's Eden. Oh wait, do you mean the music? I'm just got the Cyber Sleuth OST running on a loop, but thanks. You should check out I mean, maybe. I don't really watch other DigiTubers and stuff because I don't want to crib anyone's ideas, but I'm sure they make good stuff. And it's happening. The keywords, characters. No new trailer. Yeah, I can't hear the music. So we've still got these guys to get revealed properly. The Sons of Chaos. There's Tartarus, who's their leader. One of these guys, that guy looks more like Chris Redfield. What part do you like better? So far, part 1 was better. This is all... Yeah, again, the same. Like, why... Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Dark, Linker, Grim. Yeah, okay, so that's it. So I think that's going to be it. In a very short chapter, I guess. I'm going to keep doing these, but obviously I'm not going to stretch out the streams. It's just the easiest way for me to do the content without having to edit every day. So I think that's about it for today, really. Is there any interesting content? Oh, something I did want to point out, which I think is funny. Do a list of the part in order as you go. Like a tier list? No, I'm not going to do that. Something I found really interesting is that because of the way Wikimon works, technically, on that technical like specification, AG can digivolve to these 3 Digimon already. Japanese Ali with the $1. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate it. It's like technically correct. I just think it's very funny. So this is something I didn't talk about yesterday, and I do want to talk about today. AG, they deliberately kept AG's card. Oh, they deliberately kept... What? Okay, I guess we're going to zoom in on this then. They deliberately kept AG's card blank, but they did show that he's got an inherited effect. So does Loogamon. So I feel like the psychic link thing is probably gonna kick into gear at somewhat, and maybe there's gonna be like a spirit evolution thing. I don't know. If we're gonna go there, let's just go there. So, some theoretical things, right? Digimon creative team loves Digimon Tamers, so theoretically, Lugamon's Mega could be a biomerge just like Tamers. My other theory, I talked about this on Twitter, I think it would be very cool if AG and Loogamon or Loogamon did more of a... Let me show you. Did more of a Pokemon Rebirth, where the Tamers, or the trainers, I guess, in this instance, would, just making sure there's no porn on screen, would like merge. So like that's Zekrom, right? But the human is the main part of the body. The only time this has really happened in Digimon is with Nene in the Cross Wars manga. Shademon Nene. I'm pretty sure this will be fine for YouTube. So like this is what I'm talking about, where it's mostly the tamer and the Digimon augments them. Hero, great example. Spoilers, well, not really spoilers. The thing that happened in the last episode of Ghost Game, kinda, would be interesting. Ita Arata, yeah, that's like digital life form though, but sure. So those are kind of my two, like, theories right now. I think Biomerge is the easiest, you don't really have to commit. You can just make another bipedal wolf. I think the human reburst Shademon Nene style evolution is what I would find way more interesting. I also wonder whether we're going to see more Jogress this time around because of the VB features and stuff. The word mind link is a person's consciousness being stored in the Digicore, which gives us a good idea of how a biomerge spirit... Exactly. That's... Yeah, because we see the mind link thing. AG is projected into the digital world as more... All of them are projected into the digital world more like holograms. And then vice versa, when we see Loogamon in the trailer in the real world. So it could, you know, the idea that your consciousness can get left behind in the digital world is a thing that they touch on in the trailer, which again could be very similar to like the kids in Frontier, Koichi falling down the stairs. You know, oh, thank you, Wolf Knight, I appreciate it. And Luminamon, yes. Sons of Chaos of Dark Digivolution. It's possible. I get this feeling the Sons of Chaos... So the so actually we can jump into the Digimon groups that we've got in the series. So we've got, this is Leon, who is is Judge. He is the Judge, I guess. Shuyulin's in Digipolice, as is Nico Cyber from Kamen Rider Exade. Shouts to Pro Dubs. They're the Digipolice, and I fucking shit you not, apparently this is the full name, the Investigative Unit 11 of the Metropolitan Police Department Cybercrimes Division Digimon Crime Prevention Team. I get there's a reason why they call them Digipolice. Really like your videos, your voice is really relaxing. Thank you, Nathan, appreciate you. So Digipolice, you know, maybe there'll be an inversion and, you know, they'll ACAB them up, and maybe the SOC... despite their Metabo Jinrai looking fucking logo, may end up being not that bad, maybe? I mean, they're an extremist cracker team. You know, I'm trying not to be an extremist cracker. Okay. What's my favorite type of Digivolution? Armors, then Jogress. That's some strange copium. I would love to see that concept where Biomerge uses the Rebus concept. Totally. Like, especially in this thing where you don't have to animate a bunch of shit. Like, there's some live action segments and CGI segments, but the majority of your story is being told in text and images would be the perfect medium to start doing some more unique Digivolutions again. Because I do think that's what Digimon's been missing. If you look at basically every season of Digimon up until... In fact, every Digimon season, I think, has had a hook that is, we're doing this with Digivolution this time, right? Or we're doing this with, like, the gimmick. So, Adventure, not really. 02 Armor and Jogress. Tamers Card/Biomerge. Frontier Spirit Evolution. Savers Data Squad Burst Modes. As well as some, like... Oh, Agumon's different this time. Cross Wars goes without saying. Atmon, Apgatai. Ghost Game, like, Gamamon split Evos, but, like, it wasn't a focus of the show. Like, it was focus of early on, then as soon as they got Kano Weissmon, it very rarely happened again. So I think that would be very, like, established, and something that this medium could afford them. If you look at Loogamon, let's go to Loogamon. He gave me a little bit of hope, a little bit of copium, because his design is not insanely wacky or anything. God, that's low quality. Hold on, can we maybe Wikimon? We'll have Loogamon. We'll have a slightly higher quality. There we go. Perfect. He's not by any means like unanimatable or anything like that, but his design definitely, as we talked about it yesterday, is like very a fraud until I say a Final Fantasy video from you. If I knew for certain that like 10,000 people would watch a Final Fantasy video if I made it, I'd make it today. He's not animatable by any stretch of the imagination, but he's got a lot of like the fur, the spikiness, the muzzle, the flame, elements that are like, okay, we can make this in this situation. Fire One, I'm not even gonna come close to saying that Monster Hunter monster's name out loud, because I know I'm gonna fucking butcher it and I'm gonna get cancelled by accident. I also hope he stays beastly. My hope as well, this is like a smaller evolution theory, is that obviously we know he's like part of Ryudamon and Dorumon. He's their third. I'd be really interested to see if maybe we're not getting a biomerge of any kind or a human Digimon rebirth style, what he might bring to the table for Alphamon. Is he... Because his, like, a lot of people are presuming that Alphamon will stay the main body, and then Loogamon will act as, like, the audio blade, but for a new configuration. It'd be pretty fucking sick. Don't think this is going to happen. It'd be pretty fucking sick if Loogamon's final stage... No, I know what it is. I know it's real. I know it's a Monster Hunter creature. I'm not saying it out loud. It would be really cool if Loogamon formed the main part of the body, and then Alphamon and Audumon were his two arms. I think that would be very interesting. Like Omnimon configuration, but with Loogamon as the central body, and those two as the arms. I think that'd be really interesting. When are we getting X Antibody Digimon series? Kind of now. Kind of now-ish. Do we know if they're a natural carrier yet, actually? That's a good point. Let's find that out. Doesn't say he's a natural carrier. Oh, that's actually really interesting. We do know he's a prototype Digimon, which is also true of Dorumon. Does Dorumon speak, like, reference books say he's a natural carrier? No, it doesn't. Okay. Ryudamon's doesn't either. Okay, so he could theoretically be a natural carrier, and we just don't know yet. We know Dorumon and Ryudamon are, so presumably Loogamon is as well. We just haven't... So, yes, I thought that too, but then apparently they might have fixed it now, but for a hot second, everyone was tagged as X-Antibody. So, I mean, yes, my assumption is that that is intentional, but they just fucked up and accidentally added the X-Antibody tag to everyone. Is that still the case? Hold on, let me find out. No, I think they fixed that now. Okay, good. Excellent. No, like I said, you gotta understand, whenever I'm confident about something in Digimon, I always backpedal, because then it's easier than someone going, actually, look at this idiot. He was actually not an X-Antibody, you fool. So, like, I'm like 95% certain. Tells me his trainer doesn't trust him. I don't know if the muzzle... I think the muzzle is more sort of intrinsic to the Digimon, right? So we talked about this yesterday as well. Very quick reminder. Harrismon is on Loogamon's dim card, including Rasenmon Fury mode, and I think that hints at the kind of Digimon that Loogamon is. A Meikumon, a Harrismon, maybe even like a kind of Gamamon with Gulus, having that almost innate dark personality that it has to learn from, which is kind of almost in some ways kind of true of Dorumon, and kind of not really, but like with the natural antibody stuff. But yeah, Loogamon I believe is almost certainly a natural carrier, but not an X-Antibody Digimon, which means we could see X-Antibodies here. I think honestly we've probably seen a majority of what we're going to see. I think we're going to see like some new boss type Digimon, but I feel like Cargodramon, the new Commandramon champion, whatever that's going to turn out to be called. I'm more curious at this stage, and this is kind of where I'm going to leave it, on if we will see new types, or not new types of Digivolution, but either a landmark Digivolution type or new Digivolution, and what lines these established Digimon that we already know about are going to get. So, like, for example, come on. Scrolling through books. Yeah, cracked, like all these Digimon that we kind of already know. I don't know if we're gonna get, because like we didn't get a new Digimon in the reference book this week, right? So I don't know how that pace is gonna be. I feel like maybe next week we might not either, though there's a chance we will. Darkdramon, possibly, yeah. Like if we look at this poster, right, we've got Cargodramon, the new Commandramon Evo, the police variant of Commandramon, I guess you could call it. Leon's got Pulsemon. Dorumon and Ryudamon, we don't know who's... I believe we don't have partners for... Yeah, Shu doesn't have a partner. She's partnered with Numemon. Okay. Is that confirmed? Confirmed? I guess it is. She rides it in the trailer. I guess that's as confirmed as we can get. So Dorumon could theoretically go to any of these three, as could Ryudamon. The way they're kind of putting it makes me think that Ryudamon's going to be on this side and Dorumon's going to be on the SOC side. I don't know. But so the main thing that I'm really curious about is what this Pulsemon's going to evolve to. My absolute ideal is that it accesses every Pulsemon form over the course of the novel. I want to hear that it goes to Bulkmon, Namakemon, Runamon, Examon. I want all of them. Every single Evo. I think that is something that Digimon should do, and again, because this is not animated, is the perfect time to do it. Couple of signature pictures, maybe not even pictures, just the novel, but I want to know that Leon's Pulsemon, Judge's Pulsemon, can just go all over the place, because that's what I was so excited about with Ghost Game, and they kind of, they really backpedaled on, so I'm hoping that's what we get here, and that's kind of almost what I'm hoping Loogamon has too. We're pretty certain he'll have one Lion, and then maybe an alternate Mega, but yeah. Not necessarily a lot of combat. I mean, you've got to consider Digimon can Digivolve also to situations like... This is the only situation in my head right now. But like when Mimi in that one audio drama helped out in New York, there was no fight in there, but she needed Lilymon. Why was that the first example that came to my head? Jesus Christ. But, you know, Bulkmon could be needed to like lift up some concrete or something, you know? Like, there's other reasons to Digivolve outside of just combat. Anyway, that's what we're going to leave it for today. I'm excited to get to number 1-3 tomorrow. Yeah, I like the theory crafting side of things. Again, most of this, you know, we've been wrong a ton before. So this is just kind of for fun. Loogamon's definitely got some Rookie Garuru vibes. He's also got some Logamon vibes. Arcturus and Arcturusmon and Proximamon. I mean, there's always a chance, but I highly doubt it. I wouldn't expect to see really anything Ghost Gamey here other than Ryudamon by accident. Generally wondering how they'll handle evolution in this, as them using the virtual pets as docks give tamers no reversion vibes. Maybe, but then we've already seen examples of like the Axel being used in a way that it can't be used in the real world. Like using the internet and shit. So, you know, the Digimon could just evolve and de-Digivolve. It may be the only Digimon tied to someone with a linker can Digivolve. But then we know on Lugamon's dim card, Tyrannomon, the Tyrannomon line they've chosen is Master Tyrannomon and Rust Tyrannomon. So that we're probably going to see that, but then it's never guaranteed. So I'd be curious to see how that would shake out. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be like a lack of reversion, because it looks like Loogamon in that trailer Digivolves to Lugamon without AG. So I think AG is going to be the one to calm him down, perhaps. Perhaps. Yes, exactly. So just because they're like VPET docs, I don't think that means that there's going to be any... It doesn't necessarily mean that they can't de-Digivolve or anything like that. Right, okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming out. I do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is fun. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you very much to Japanese Ali for the super chat. I'm going to go edit the next early access. So, you know, if you want to become a member, YouTube shill, etc., etc. Thank you all for coming out. I do appreciate it. You're all absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow when we go digital. YouTube chat just caught up like a motherfucker. Alright, bye!